Tampa used to be a ghost town after 5 p.m. Now it's one of the most vibrant cities in the United States. Want to learn how? Definitely check this out. It's definitely cool, absolutely amazing. I love this area. Come with us as we go on our realistic driving tour of downtown Tampa and we show you everything this amazing city has to offer. This is where you come if you want to have a good time. It's a really cool park and you're going to want to check it out. Let's go. Hey there, I'm Joe Kipping with the Tampa Bay Home Team, and well, I make videos on what it's like to live and work right here in Tampa Bay. Let's start our tour. So we are actually leaving from Wesley Chapel, my office, today because I wanted to show you what the interstate systems going into Tampa look like. So Wesley Chapel is about 20 minutes north of Tampa. So we are pulling out onto 56, which you can basically see this is going to take us into Tampa, St. Petersburg. And like I said, to get into Hillsborough County is probably only going to take us about 10 minutes, but getting into the city is going to take us a lot longer with traffic and everything. So this new bridge that we have here, it used to be just a bridge where, you know, you'd have traffic going back and forth like this over 275 and 75. Well, now they've changed it to where cars are turning and going different directions, and the flow of traffic is a lot better. I've lived in Wesley Chapel for almost 15 years now, and this area right here, the traffic used to be really, really bad. Now in the morning, this traffic just flows. I'm gonna get this yellow light, of course I am, but this traffic does flow and it gets everyone out onto the interstate very quickly, so that way you can start your commute into Tampa if you do work in Tampa. So we are actually coming up onto our first exit. So really it only took us about 5 minutes to get from Wesley Chapel to our first exit here in Tampa. That first exit is Bears, and so Bears will take you into like Lake Magdalene area. So the first area that we're going to be talking about going into our downtown Tampa tour is actually Seminole Heights, okay? So we are going to actually get off a little bit before Seminole Heights, and actually you see the sign that says Bush Boulevard. That's not Seminole Heights, but we're going to get off there because there's some things that I want to show you along the way that I think are important, and I definitely want you guys to see that on this tour. Fun fact about Bo's is back in the 50s when they opened up, they actually sold greeting cards to make, you know, I guess a lot of people weren't buying ice cream, so they sold things just to keep the doors open. Our next spot that I want to point out is here on the left, and that is the Sourdough Sandwich Shop. So they've got fresh baked breads, sandwiches, really good place. And then there is the Wicked Oak Barbecue. We're gonna actually stop over here as well so we can take a look at it. That was in actually one of our last videos. Their barbecue is off the charts good. So if you're ever in this area, Seminole Heights, you're gonna wanna stop there. So Wicked Oak is right here. I'm gonna be making a left. I wanna kind of get that in there. And this place has awesome barbecue. So if you like barbecue, you're gonna wanna check this place out. Now, if you do go here, you should try the Tampa 2. It is a pulled brisket sandwich with macaroni and cheese and queso and drizzled barbecue sauce on it. It's actually a really good sandwich. So we are now at another spot, which is Rooster in the Till. They have a lot of amazing food, and they have chicken and waffles, which is actually really good as well. But I wanted to kind of just pull down this street as well and just kind of showing you some of the old school bungalows and whatnot and letting you just take a look at that. But those two restaurants, if you ever are over in this area, I would definitely check out Rooster in the Till and then the Cuban restaurant. So we are popping out here back over to North Florida Ave. This is one of the diners that I wanted to show you. It's Trips Diner. And they have really good breakfast. So if you are a breakfast person, I would check out Trips Diner here in Seminole Heights. All right, there are so many other cool things for you to check out. But our last stop is going to be right up the road before we hit Hillsborough, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to drive through some of the neighborhoods I want you to see, but we are going to stop at the Seminole Heights General Store. This is just like sandwiches, little, if you needed something real quick and didn't want to go to like Publix or something, you could stop in here and get it iced, things like that. All right, so I like cafe con leche. Every time I go to Miami, I am trying new places, trying to get that. So we're gonna actually see if theirs is up to the standards that I'm used to having in Miami. So let's go in and check it out. Your cafe con leche, how do you pronounce it? Cafe con leche. Con leche. I have it all the time. I drink this stuff all the time when I'm in Miami, right? Okay. So you have good, is it good here? We'll do 2 smalls of that. So we are going to try the Cafe con leche, and I totally said it wrong again.
Cafe con leche.
Cafe con leche. Cafe con leche. Cafe con leche. It's sad too because I absolutely love this coffee and I don't know how to pronounce it, so I gotta say it 100 times, but there's a place in Miami where me and my wife, every time we're in Miami, we get it. So I want to try this and see if it brings me back to Miami. So let's try it. Chris, you've had this before, so tell me, what do you think?
This is not bad. I was expecting a lot worse.
It's not bad, but it could be sweeter. It could use more sugar. Okay. But it's not bad because I've had it before where it just tastes burnt and there's no like, but this is, it's got that good coffee taste, but strong taste, but just it needs more sugar for sure, but it's good. So we just went to the general store, we are done there, and I am gonna take you over to, we're gonna pull out here on North Florida Ave again, and we're gonna make a left onto Hillsborough. We're in Seminole Heights right now, and I'm gonna take you down. I wanna show you some of the streets and some of the houses in Seminole Heights so you can get an idea for, you know, what living in Seminole Heights, like the homes actually look like. So we'll do that here once this light is done in about 20 minutes. So 20 minutes later. So I want you guys to see this neighborhood. Look at the bungalows, look at the streets with all the oak trees. This is Seminole Heights right here. Like, this is what I love about Seminole Heights. I'm gonna go here to Branch. What you're seeing right here is true Seminole Heights. Like when they came and said, hey, we're building Seminole Heights, this is where they came. So this house right here was a house that I sold over 10 years ago. And the history with this house is there is an actual basement underneath this house. So it's the only house that I have ever seen in Tampa. The story that the seller told me about this house is that they built this basement with like shovels. It was people from the neighborhood back in, you know, when this house was built. This house was like 1920s. They built this basement and it was just cool to see this basement in Florida. But also, look at these oak trees right here. Like this was, I remember these trees when we were selling this house. These trees are sick. Like these are over 100-year-old oak trees, like absolutely amazing. I love this area. I want you to get a true sense of how cool this neighborhood really is. Now, real estate in this neighborhood, in like the true Seminole Heights, like I call this like true Seminole Heights area. These homes are it's gonna cost you $7 to $1 million to buy one of these homes. You can probably get them cheaper if they need like full renovations, if there's a lot of those homes left, but it's just really, really awesome. Right here on your right-hand side, that one is listed for $750,000. That property there is listed for $750,000. This one just sold for $395,000. So you can see new construction, $750,000. This older home, $400,000. By the way, if you like small roads, you're gonna love this place. This property right here on the right-hand side, that one just sold for $697,000. So it's a cool little house too. All right, so our next stop is we are going to be going into Tampa Heights. So we are in Tampa Heights now, coming up to a really cool place. You know, at the mobile home parks, the 55 and up communities, they have shuffleboard. Well, this is a shuffleboard place for anyone that wants to play shuffleboard, but it's like a restaurant. This is a really cool place and it's called Shuffle, okay? So it is right here. They're not open, so It's unfortunate because I would really, really love to show you. So if you are looking for a place to just hang out with your friends, have some drinks, get competitive playing shuffleboard, so that way when you move into that 55 and up community, you're a shuffleboard shark, check out Shuffle. This place is actually really cool. I do want to show just some real estate. You know, we're getting close to downtown, so there's actually a house right across the street from Shuffle. It's actually not a house, it's a townhome, believe it or not. And that property, it's right, this one right here across the street, it's like a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath. This property right here is listed currently for $995,000. And then, so this one right here, listed for $995,000. You can literally walk to downtown Tampa. Now, there's a house that is right there, this white one, that just sold for almost $800,000. So you can see, as we get closer to downtown, these homes get expensive, right? The further away from downtown, you know, you can start getting the $300,000, $400,000 price point. Newer construction is gonna cost you a little bit more, but as you get closer to downtown, it's gonna cost you more, so get your checkbook out. You can see right across the street, more townhouses coming in. So you've got a lot of new construction. You've got a lot of historic homes that are still available for sale. All right, so I'm pulling out onto North Tampa Street right now. And as you can see in front of us, you've got downtown Tampa. So we are super close to downtown Tampa. Now our next spot, I've got 4 kids, and this is a place that I bring my kids to, not all the time, but we come here every couple of months when it's hot outside, because this is a water attraction. All right, so we just got down to the Riverwalk, and this is a place that I bring my kids all the time because you have the Water Works splash pad right here to my right-hand side. So my 6-year-old absolutely loves this place, and well, my 10-year-old, 9-year-old absolutely love it. My 14-year-old, not so much. When she was younger, we did take her here. You also have this really cool dog park as well. So if you have a 4-legged friend, come on down to the dog park right here on the river. It's absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to show you guys this whole area. It is awesome. We love coming down here. Now we are gonna head over to Armature Works, but before we do that, I'm gonna actually stop somewhere in the middle of where we're at right now and Armature Works to show you something very, very cool, well, I think is very cool for right here in downtown Tampa. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I absolutely love camping. And one thing that I love about camping is the springs that we go to all the time. Now, there is actually a natural spring right here in downtown Tampa, and I'm getting ready to show you the spring. So if you want to take a look, check this out. It's crystal clear, 72 degrees, and this is a natural spring right here in downtown Tampa. Now, we can't swim in it like the springs that I normally go camping in, but this is just kind of a cool thing that I wanted to show you. So if you come down here to the Riverwalk, definitely check this out. It's definitely cool, and I thought I would share it with you. So right behind me is probably one of my favorite restaurants in downtown Tampa. It's Ulele, and they have a tomahawk pork chop that is awesome, a braised short rib that I talked about in one of my last videos that I absolutely love. My wife likes it as well. I love seafood, so they have a seafood risotto, but this is definitely a restaurant that it has to be on your list of places to come if you're in downtown Tampa or the Riverwalk. Definitely check out Ulele. They are open for lunch and dinner. Call before you come so that way you can try to get a reservation, but this place is awesome. So we have made it down to Armature Works, or should I say the old streetcar barn that Tampa Electric streetcar used to own back a long time ago. Now this building dates back to 1910, okay? So this is a really, really old building, and probably about 4 or 5 years ago, they started this project to turn it into Armature Works and what you see today. They restored this building. So this is where they would house all the streetcars for the area. So people would use these streetcars, and basically they would get to surrounding neighborhoods. Now this building was actually abandoned in 1946 because people started driving cars and they were using less of the street cars that the county provided. So this building was abandoned in 1946 and the rest is history. Another one of my favorite restaurants is right here in Armature Works. It is Oak and Ola, and again, this was in another one of our videos. Come and check out this place. They have an amazing hamburger. They've got Brussels sprouts that are really good as well. So come and check out Oak and Ola. So now we're leaving Armature Works and the first stop of the Riverwalk tour that we just stopped at. So our first little stop here, and I'm gonna actually go around the building, is the Straz Center. So if you love music, if you love the theater, if you love opera, if you love Broadway shows, yes, we have Broadway shows here in Tampa, then you're gonna wanna visit the Straz Center. This place is awesome. Right here, where we're turning right here, is where all the performers, it's the backstage section of the area. It's where all the performers come in. It's where they do the rehearsals. It's where they bring all the trucks in to get, if it's a big production, where they have to get everything in. So this is the Straz Center right here. Again, if you are a Broadway, person that loves Broadway, they have so many Broadway performances throughout the year. They've got the Tampa Opera that's here, Opry that would be in Tennessee. But this place is really, really cool if you are into the performing arts. And I just wanted to show this to you because I think this is a very, very important part of downtown Tampa. And even if you don't live here, you're gonna come to downtown and you're gonna enjoy a play, you're gonna enjoy the theater. It's really, really cool. Now right across the street, and this is actually not part of our tour, but I also wanna show you that you've got the Tampa Museum of Art as well. So this is right across from the Straz Center. So you've got the theater right here, and then you've got the Tampa Museum of Art right in front of you. And that's another really, really cool place to visit. So if you're here, I want you to check out both of those. All right, our next place that we're going is actually right over here by the Tampa Museum of Art, and it is the Glazer's Children's Museum. Now, my kids love this place. I've taken them there a few times. My wife has taken them there. They've been there on field trips. So this is a really, really cool place. It's 3 levels. Right now, they have an exhibit called the Big John. It's the largest Triceratops exhibit in the world. Actually, you can see it right there, the Big John. This place is cool. So if you want to be a firefighter for the day, if you want to run a farm for the day, if you want to sail a boat, it's a really cool place to bring your kids. They get to use their imagination and they get to play, but they get to learn at the same time. All right, another spot that you want to take in a movie is the Tampa Theatre right here. Now, this place dates back from 1926. So as you can see, it's a very, very, very old theater. It's very, very cool. I've been in there a few times. I've watched movies and whatnot, but that's definitely a spot that you want to check out. So we're walking down to Hixon Park. We just parked our car, and as you can see right here, One Tampa is in the process of being built. It's going to be a condo, and next couple of years, this thing will be a massive tower right here. Again, I feel like Hixon Park is it's the heart of downtown, right? And so you're going to have this massive tower that's going to be here. You've got Sky Point, that's right here. That was one of the first towers, residential towers built in downtown Tampa. So this whole area is just changing as fast as you possibly can think. All right, so we are at Hixon Park, but this park, they have all kinds of events. My favorite event in the park is the Winter Village that they put on from November 17th to January 1st. And you can actually go onto their Facebook page. It is Winter Village Tampa on Facebook, and check it out. They actually have ice skating right here in the park. Yes, it's Florida. I know it gets hot, and they have ice skating. I've taken my kids here. It's just a real cool place. Christmas happens to be my favorite holiday, so we always come down here every single year. Eddie and Sam's, it's my favorite pizza place in all of Tampa. We go on the interstate, my kids are like, we gotta go downtown and we've gotta get pizza here. The deal is that they say that it is real New York pizza made with real water from New York. I've got a guy that is from New Jersey that's here with me today. We're gonna test the pizza out. He's gonna give us an honest review and what he thinks this pizza tastes like. So I got my partner here, Chris, and he's from New Jersey, so he's had New Jersey pizza, New York pizza, and so I wanted him to rate this pizza on 1 to 10. I wanna know, is this real New York pizza? So You're gonna help me rate this, and you're gonna be brutally honest, right?
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I hear that they bring in the water from New York.
That's what they say. They bring the water in from New York. This is, I think, the best pizza in Tampa. Let's see what other people say, but let's see what Chris says because he's from that area. So
all right.
Let's open it up. I want your first reaction as you look at it and see.
Okay.
So is it kind of in line with what you would see in New York?
So far the size is right because New York pizza is huge.
Pretty big. Okay, cool.
It's pretty huge. So.
All right. So let's take the first bite.
You ready?
Let's see.
Cheers.
Yep. It's got that crunch that I told you that I really like.
It has the crunch. I need one more bite. Hold on.
Okay.
So what was the rule? Is it in the first bite? What is it?
Well, one bite, you know the rules. That's the name of the game, right? No, but take another bite, man.
On the first bite, I'm not sure.
On a scale of 1 to 10. So 10 being like, this is New York pizza, New Jersey pizza. 1 being like, this shit's like Domino's. What do you rate this?
It's definitely not Domino's. I want to say like a 6 or 7.
Wow,
to be
6
honest.
or 7. Okay. All right. So you rated a 7. I'm still rating it a 10. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to take them to some other places.
All right.
But this is not bad at all. It's not bad. I'm definitely gonna finish it either way. So.
Cool. Well, there you have it. A real life person from New Jersey, New York area. He rates it a 7. So I guess it's pretty decent, though, right? I mean,
well, that's a 6 or 7. So it's decent. It's decent.
Cool. Perfect. Okay. So our next stop is, you guessed it, University of Tampa. Now, this was actually built by Henry B. Plant, but it was actually a hotel. The architecture here is, oh my goodness, this is just, this place always amazes me. Anyways, this is a 511 room hotel, and they've hosted people like Teddy Roosevelt, Queen of England, and there is actually a museum here that you can come and visit. It's the Henry B. Plant Museum, and you can come and visit this. Fun fact about this place, it's 110 acres, and they have 71 buildings on campus right now. So this is probably one of the best universities probably in the country. All right, so now we are going to go to our next stop, which is Julian B Lane Park. Okay, I wanted to get you down here closer to the water so that way I can show you Julian B Lane Park. Now, they've got the Tampa River Center, which has upstairs 2,800 square feet for smaller events. And then downstairs, there's 13,000 square feet, and that's where they house rowboats, dragon boats. So you will see the University of Tampa, they have a rowing team. So you'll come out here and you'll see the row team rowing up and down the river practicing. Another cool thing is you can actually rent kayaks and paddle boards here. So if you're looking to get out and get on the water, you can rent those here. This park is absolutely amazing. You have a large lawn for festivals, concerts, different things are always happening here. Go online, you can see what events are happening. They've got pickleball, they've got tennis courts, they've got a dog park, they've got playgrounds. It's a really cool park and you're gonna wanna check it out. One thing that I forgot to mention about this place is they do have a splash pad area for kids ages 2 to 12. And the Riverwalk has all of these, they're called water taxis. So you can take these water taxis up and down the river and they'll take you to different spots on the river. And where we're going next is actually the Tampa Convention Center. And you can get these taxis that will take you from the convention center, again, up and down the river. This whole area is just turning into a really, really cool place. We have this cool river walk area is turning into something just amazing. So next stop is the Tampa Convention Center. So ride along with us. Now the Tampa Convention Center is a really cool place. They have like the Tampa Home shows there, the boat shows there, the Tampa Bay Comic-Con show is here. This place is right on the water, and again, you can get one of these taxis. There's a speedboat here that you guys can, 20, 30 people can get on it, and they'll take you up and down the river, so that's really cool. You see all these yachts over here. There's this huge, massive yacht across the way right there, and that's American Social. That's Jackson's nightclub restaurant. That's a really good restaurant. A lot of people go to that. Just a cool little area. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that JW Marriott. So when me and my wife, we have 4 kids. I've said that in many videos. We'll come down here and we will stay in that JW Marriott, whether it's 1 night, 2 nights, just to get away from the kids. The arena is right next door. Amalie arena is right there. where the Tampa Bay Lightning play, and we're gonna go over there here shortly, but it's right next to the Amalie. And so that's a really, really cool hotel. One of my favorite hotels down here in downtown Tampa. And the prices are not like crazy, crazy high unless there's a Lightning game, and then you're gonna pay out the nose. So now we're crossing the bridge over into Harbor Island. Condos on Harbor Island, if you want a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom condo, those are gonna cost anywhere from $400, $450, and go all the way over $1 million, depending on what you want. The condos will be cheaper, and then the townhomes will actually cost more, and those will be 1 or 2 levels, 3 levels sometimes. All right, so we have the Amalie Arena right here to my left, and there is the JW Marriott that me and my wife love to go to, and we have a beautiful view of all of downtown Tampa from that hotel. We can see right now you've got all these cool looking condos, apartments, and whatnot. You've got the Addition right here, which is a hotel you can stay at. You got Yard House, which is great before games. I love the downtown area now. Again, 10 years ago, none of this was here. You know, you'd come down here 5 o'clock, people would clock out and they'd go home. Nothing was happening. This place was a ghost town. Not anymore. So straight ahead, you've got Sparkman's Wharf. That's right here. You've got a bunch of different restaurants. You've got a bunch of shops. You've got bars, those types of things. You've got the Florida Aquarium, which is great if you've got little ones. I will pull in here so you can kind of see the port of Tampa, and the cruise terminal is right here. And then you've got the Florida Aquarium. So if you've got little kids or big kids, my 14-year-old loves this place. This is a cool place to come and take them. And then up here around this roundabout is the Port of Tampa. We've got big ships that come in here all the time. And I want to go right here. This is all of Channel Side area. I want to kind of just scoot down here real quick and show you some of these condos, these buildings. So if you want to get into one of these condos here, Channel Side area, you're going to pay anywhere from, I'd say, low 400s for like a studio, maybe a 1-bedroom, all the way up to over $1 million. Turn the foreclosure market, you can pick these up for like $150,000, $200,000. They have doubled in price pretty much, but it's just a cool little area right here. You've got shops. So our next stop and our last stop on this trip that we've taken in downtown Tampa is Ybor City. So we are going to take you over to Ybor City so you can see what that place is like. We've got a cool story about Ybor City as well that I'm going to tell you once we get over there. So stick around and we'll be over there in a second. Okay, we are in Ybor City. We are on 7th Ave. This is the main drag of Ybor City, and there is a lot of history in Ybor City. Ybor City was founded in 1886 by Vincent Martinez Ybor, and in the early 1900s, Ybor City was pretty much the capital of the world for cigars. I have a lot of memories of one of my best friends. His dad worked in these factories here in Ybor, and I remember as a kid we would go to these factories, and as a kid you're smelling all this tobacco in these factories. And I remember in the early 90s when they started to revitalize this whole area and turn it into more restaurants, clubs, bars, things like that, they were starting to close all the factories, and we would frequent all of the factories here locally because his dad naturally worked for these different in these different factories, and he was taking machinery out and closing these factories down. It was kind of cool as a kid to be able to see all of the inside working of these different factories here in Ybor. And again, there's just so much history. We've got Centro Ybor that we're getting ready to come up to. There's a museum here. If you come to Ybor, you're going to want to check that out. You've got a bunch of different restaurants, bars, nightclubs. You got a New York pizza right there that has pretty decent pizza, but if you are out at night and you had a few drinks, it's probably a 10, right, Chris, at that point? This is where you come if you want to have a good time, you want to let loose. You want to come during the day, it's really cool. There's an Italian restaurant right here coming up that actually me and my wife went to. It's actually a very old restaurant. It's been here for a long time. We went to that a couple of weeks ago, and that was actually really, really good. They had a really good Caesar salad there. There's so much history in these buildings. If these buildings could talk, it'd be crazy what they would tell you. You still have the cobblestone, the brick streets here. There's Central Ybor right there. You got all the different shops. cigar bar right there, hand-rolled cigars. I love coming down here during the day. This is another spot that I like to come. That nightclub's been there forever, Piranha. We'll be coming up to one of my favorite restaurants. So that used to be Empire Nightclub right there on the corner, that 2-story brick building. A lot of memories there. So coming up on the right-hand side is going to be probably one of my favorite restaurants. I know my wife loves this restaurant, and that is the Columbia. We try to come here once a quarter. The food is absolutely amazing. I think it's the 305 salad that we absolutely love. So Columbia Restaurant has been around since 1905. Again, like you see this building right here, it's going through some changes. They have to. So this is a historic area. So there is no way that the city of Tampa would ever let them demolish that building right there. So that building probably had all kinds of structural issues and everything. But if you want to do anything to any of these old buildings, you've got to go through City of Tampa, Historic District, all of that. You have to leave the walls up. Like you can see steel through the windows that are open right there. So they're putting in reinforcing that building, but they would never in a million years be able to tear down any of these buildings because this is all historic right here. So that is our tour of Ybor City. I know it was just one little drag, but there's just a lot of historic stuff. There's a museum, like I said before, that you can check out and you can, get more information about the history. There's actually a movie that was done with Ben Affleck not too long ago, where it's like from Miami to Ybor, and they talk about the connection there and everything. So I'm gonna pull over here, but that movie is really, really cool. It's like Run the Night or something like that. I can't remember. I'll have to link it in the description below so that way you can see the movie if you're interested in all of the history of Ybor City. So last stop on our driving tour of Tampa is the beautiful traffic that we are in right now as we make our way back to Wesley Chapel, where we started this video tour. And I want you guys to get a realistic view of the Tampa traffic. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, so you are getting a peek at what we get to drive in on a daily basis. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you got some value out of it. If you want us to make content like this, realistic driving tours of different neighborhoods and different communities in Tampa, leave us a comment down below. If you found value in this, please like and subscribe to our channel. Other than that, I really hope you got some value in it. I really enjoy making these videos of what it's like to live in Tampa and what life in Tampa is all about. So other than that, I hope you tune into our next video. Dude, I don't know about you, but I would not want to move here after all that traffic. That was horrible. That ride back from Tampa was absolutely insane.
That sucked.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's still recording.
Oh, shh.